Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so I'm just gonna jump right ahead to the ending of this manga because the ending to this chapter actually has me the most hyped I've ever been for this entire arc in general. All right, so we check in at the Black Bulls headquarters. We see Gray, we see Gordon, we see Gautier. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And it's like, all right, these are three members of the Black Bulls that we don't usually see because we don't usually follow because they're the antisocial people. They're like, all right, Gray and Gordon, they both are shy people. They want to be friendly with everyone else, but they're a little shy. They're a little, they're a little reclusive. Gouty just doesn't give a fuck. Gouty does not give a fuck about anybody besides his little sister. I mean, he's a little bit more friendly to Asta now after they did that mission together, but ultimately he does not give a shit about anyone. He's like, you know, I'm just gonna go into my room. I'm just gonna go hang out by myself. If a mission comes up, call me. Gray and Gordon are like, no, 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 do not go. We want to talk. So like, the two of them are trying their best to be social with him. He's obviously not caring at all. It's like a cute scene. It's like a little funny scene to see the three of them because like I said, we usually don't follow them. It's kind of funny to see the three of them kind of like be interactive with each other. For some reason, the other members of the Black Bulls aren't there. I know, we know that most of them are on a mission to attack the Midnight Suns headquarters, but Yami, Charmy, Vanessa have no idea why they're not there right now, but whatever. Anyway, the three of them are, talking. They're just like, interacting with each other. Then out of nowhere, it turns from this fluffy, like, cute scene to the three of them trying to be, the three antisocial people trying to be friendly with each other, to fucking Night of the Living Dead. Out of nowhere, Gray just looked over at a window and a fucking zombie's face is pressed against it, just staring at her, and she's like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? And I had the same fucking reaction. I was like, holy shit, what is going on? Zombies are pouring in left and right after them. They're trying to take them out. They're getting attacked. One of the zombies accidentally knocks over Gautier's, like, little doll they made of his little sister. So he's like, oh, fuck this shit. And he loses it and starts attacking them left and right. And then we look over at this hill that's looking over at the Black Bulls headquarters. And we see fucking... I lost my shit when I saw this. Because we see fucking Sally, fucking Rades, and fucking Voltros. All three of them standing there just looking over the headquarters like, hey, what's up? We're here to fuck shit up. So yeah, the second I saw them, like, seriously, dude. The second I saw them, I was like, holy shit, they had to be here to take it. They had to be here after Asta. They have to be after Asta. Because, alright, we already know Sally's interested in, studying him for her magic, for his anti-magic abilities. We already know Valtros and Rades have fought him, so they're probably after revenge at this point. So yeah, just the fact that these three are the ones that are here attacking the Black Bulls headquarters, like, alright, they had to be after. I didn't even have to read the dialogue. I was like, they have to be after Asta. Then I started reading the dialogue on the chapter. I was like, oh shit, they know Asta's not here. So what the fuck are they after? Why the fuck are they taking the Black Bulls headquarters if not to take down Asta and capture him? And then I started thinking about it. I was like, all right, they're not after Asta. Maybe they're after Yami. Maybe they're here to take down Yami because, like we saw in a few chapters ago, when Yami went up against Lich, he defeated Lich pretty easily because Lich's light magic is weak against Yami's dark magic. And since Lich is their leader, maybe they're here to take down their leader's biggest threat. That would make a lot of sense. Then I started thinking about it. Wait. Yami's also not here. And if they know Asta's not here, that would mean they had to know all the members who are actually currently here at the Black Bull headquarters. So, they know Yami's not here, and they know Asta's not here. What could the possible reason for them to attack the headquarters be? Because the two biggest threats to their, the person they want to capture and the person that's the biggest threat to their leader aren't there at the base, so why are they there? The only other possibility I could come up with, and this actually kind of makes a lot of sense with the fact that Asta's not there and Yami's not there, what if this is actually planned? What if Midnight Sun's Eye knew ahead of time that the Royal Knights were actually coming to the headquarters to attack? So they're like, all right, liar, you're going to stay behind. You're going to stay behind and watch over the base. We're going to leave you this entire army of people to, for you to command. They're going to be here. You guys are going to guard the base. They're going to attack. You guys are going to fight them off and distract them. While the rest of us form up in parties of three. I'm assuming parties of three because we see the three of them attacking the Black Bulls. We're going to each form up in parties of three, the most powerful mages that we have at our disposal. And we're going to attack all the other headquarters. We're going to attack the headquarters of each of the Magic Knight orders. And when I thought of that, I was like, dude, if that's the case, if that's actually their plan, then holy shit. Because this actually is a viable plan. That actually is a viable plan because we don't know if Langris was a fucking traitor or not. We still haven't got no confirmation if he was a traitor. And even if he was, that doesn't mean there's not another traitor within the Magic Knight Order. So it's within the realm of possibility that someone within the Magic Knight Order told the Midnight Sun Eye or the Midnight Suns that basically, all right, this is when the Royal Knights are attacking. This is how they're going to attack. This is who's going to be in the army. Here's all the locations for each of their headquarters. Have at it. So they're like, all right, we had their headquarters locations. We're going to attack them now. And if that's the case, this could lead to some intense shit for the rest of the arc because not only are we going to get a chance to see, Gray and Gordon fight, two people we don't really get to see fight in this arc. Or in this manga in general. We're going to see them fighting against extremely powerful opponents. This also means that we're going to see other members of all the other Magic Knight orders attacking because, we usually don't get to see. We saw the captains fight, but we usually don't get to see all the other Magic Knights in each of the other orders fight. All the ones that we know about at least. And there's a whole bunch that we don't know about that we actually could get introduced to. Like I said, we got introduced to that one guy a few chapters ago who's completely out of nowhere. He's a new character in general. We haven't really seen him do anything since he was introduced. But this could be them introducing new characters, showing us, some intense fights. And this could also possibly lead to the fact that we might lose some people. We might lose Gray, we might lose Gaucho, we might lose Gordon. We might lose a captain if they are taking all the other bases. Hopefully not Charlotte. Charlotte's my main girl. Charlotte is my girl. Charlotte and Yami for the win. Hopefully we don't lose her because she's my second favorite captain. But we possibly could. We could lose a captain. We could lose anybody. The only person that's not a possibility of losing at this point is the Magic Emperor. Unless literally everybody gangs up on him, I don't see him dying. But yeah, this could lead to some huge ramifications and some intense moments for the rest of the arc. That being said, though, the rest of this arc, or the rest of the chapter, kind of bland. The beginning of the chapter, we see Lyra get defeated by Meliona. He basically comments that her attacks are too strong and too powerful. They're too fast, so he has no chance of escape and he has no chance to heal. So he's basically done. I think pretty much see him get evaporated in this chapter. We see Yuno still heading throughout the base. Him and his team are still making their way through. We see him. He's even more powerful than he was the last time we saw him. In fact, I think Mimosa kind of comments on the fact that he's using mana. What was it called? Mana skin, not mana skin. The advanced form of that. I remember it. Mana zone. That's it. He's using mana zone, which is interesting because as far as we know, only Meliona and possibly the Magic Emperor can use that. So the fact that he's able to use something that's is extremely high level magic puts him at he's pretty much captain level at this point. Has pretty much got to the point where he was already at vice captain level. Now he's pretty much captain. He's pretty much at captain level at this point. He could be a captain if he wanted to. And speaking of and how powerful he's gotten, alright, I've basically been commenting throughout this entire arc that this might be the arc where basically joins the dark side. He goes evil. It seems like he's going down the Sasuke route in general. In my last video I said it'd be kind of interesting if he chooses not to go down that route. After reading this chapter, I started thinking, alright, Yuno's been hearing this weird sound and he's the only one who can hear it. And the sound's obviously leading him to something within the base. And then I remembered each member of the Midnight Sun, each main member is just a regular human whose mind and body and soul or whatever has been taken over by an elf or whatever religious people were. I just assume they're elves because of their ears. I honestly don't know. But regardless of what they are, we know that basically these regular people have been taken over by these elves or whatever. And last time we saw Lich, he was pretty much dying. Yami fucked him up so bad that his body was basically destroyed. Like he was basically on death's bed when the last time we saw him. So I started thinking, what if he wasn't able to be healed? What if even Lyra couldn't heal Lich to the fact that he survived the attack and he needed to be put in stasis or whatever until they could find him a new body to take over? If that's the case, would be the prime suspect. Would be the prime target for them to take over his body. Because think about it. He's only been Magic Knight for about what? They've only been, him and Asta joined probably 6 months ago at this point in the manga. And he's already at the point where he's pretty much on captain level. It would make sense that alright, this guy's extremely strong, but he's not that knowledgeable about magic. He'd probably be the easiest one to take over, him and Asta, and all the other new recruits, like Noel and them. They'd probably be extremely easy to take over. He's the most powerful member of the new recruits. He's on captain level. Combined with my power, which is already on captain level, we'd probably be even stronger than the Magic Emperor. It makes sense that he'd want to take over Yuno's body. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that's probably where Yuno's going in this chapter or in this arc. Lich is probably leading him into a trap to take over his body. He's probably going to basically get rid of Mimosa and what's his face. Hopefully not, because like I said, Mimosa's my girl. She's one of my favorite characters. I don't want to see her die. But if she gets in Lich's way of taking over Yuno's body, he's going to take her out. But yeah, that's pretty much all that happened in this chapter. Like I said, I wasn't really feeling this arc in general. I wasn't really feeling it because of how fast paced it was. But after reading this chapter, I'm back on board for it. I'm excited to see what happens in the rest of the arc. I'm excited to see what the ramifications from this arc are for the rest of the manga. And I'm excited to see what happens with Yuno. I'm excited to see what happens with base attacks. I just can't wait to see what happens next chapter. But that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Comment down below with your thoughts and theories. I'd like to hear from you guys on what you are thinking about the arc. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.